I think so I guess my advice to future students would be find your thing and make sure you're doing it here, because it will make you feel like connected to who you are as a person. And like the whole point of being abroad is to find out who you are as an individual, and doing your thing and feeling like you is a huge part of that. Okay, Xavier, why did you choose DIS Stockholm?
I chose it because I just really wanted to learn more about Scandinavia as a region, and learn more about the social welfare state and just the Nordic culture in general.
What about you, Alena?
Well, I chose DIS Stockholm specifically because I'm a gender studies major, and I really wanted to continue studying gender studies when I went abroad. And there's very few gender studies programs out in the world. And I just felt like the DIS Stockholm one really fit with me. I really loved how I was able to choose my own classes and take things outside of gender studies. I really love our photography class. And I feel like Scandinavia is a perfect place to study gender studies, because they've made great strides, but there's also lots of criticisms that are important to study as well.
What about you? I didn't end up here really that on purpose. I was looking at a lot of different programs. I know I definitely wanted to study abroad, but it was really the psychology and the gender studies that drew me here. And my sister was kind of pro DIS, and so I was really busy at the time. I was looking into things, and it was just so much easier to know that this was a good program and to choose it. I knew embarrassingly little about Sweden. Really, I'd never met a Swedish person before I came here. I started Duolingo to try to. I had a 250-day streak. I did put it on my resume for a bit, but I broke it once I got here because I was well, I'll just learn it. What did you guys know? Probably more.
It's very interesting. I have such an interesting connection to Sweden because my best friend growing up in middle school is from Sweden.
Oh yeah.
And so I learned a lot from there. And then another one of my close friends freshman year is also from Sweden. And I also had a really weird obsession with IKEA. I actually had my 14th and my 18th birthday party in IKEA. I really loved IKEA for some reason. So
why?
I don't know. I love just exploring around IKEA, and I love the aesthetic, and I love the food. IKEA food is my favorite thing.
It's pretty good. I just had it for the first time
recently.
Really?
How was it?
It was fantastic. It was too much food for me. I was wow, I need somebody to share this with. Okay, Xavier, what did you know?
I just knew it as the land of the fika, really. I had a fika place near where I was in the U.S. And I also had my friend who's half Swedish, and he would have coffee from when he was 10 years old.
Oh wow!
So that was my image of Sweden, really, and it really has held up to this day.
Yeah.
Another thing that I knew about Sweden was the whole feminist government. Which is really incredible. Sweden has made really great strides, especially when it comes to maternal leave and paternal leave, and just childcare in general. I learned about in my classes before coming here.
Yeah.
But one thing that I've learned a lot being here is that the picture is a lot more complicated than that, especially when it comes to race and ethnicity here and immigration.
Yeah.
But I've learned so much in my classes, which is really great. Yeah. I would say that DIS just has such a great support system, and it fosters so much community, which is really nice. And one thing I really love about DIS is they give us so many great accommodations. I love the free transit pass.
Yeah, the transit
pass
really
is so good. They help offset our groceries, which is really nice. And I feel like I've been DIS has really great affinity groups. So I've made lots of friends through the LGBTQ friends and allies club, and I love being a blogger. Yeah. I love how especially before I came to DIS, I loved being able to read student voices, and that definitely influenced my decision to come here. Actually, hearing from the students and how they enjoyed it.
Yeah. What about you?
I would say for me, I'm a home state student, and so I think I've been able to find a new family here in Sweden, and that's through DIS.
Getting adopted?
I am, yeah.
That's nice.
And I think DIS has really helped with matching and being a support system when kids have issues with their host families, and trying to encourage more integration with host families. And I know most of my friends are really happy with their host families, and they're really having a good time.
That's good. Do you like the food?
I love the food. Swedish food is, people say it's mild and like kind of boring.
Yeah.
But
Not
I
very
really enjoy it a lot.
That's good. I'd say like, I mean, I came here because my sister was like, you should just go. Like, it'll be fine. And I like to jump into things without really thinking about them. But the support system like really has come through for me here, and like just like knowing like the reputation that DIS has of like you're going to be fine. Like they have so many systems in place to like they've done this so many times before, and like all of these students have survived and they liked it, and so I'm like, well, probably I'll figure it out when I get there, and it'll be okay.
Yeah. One thing was when I first got here, I feel like I had a very hard time, just like with the culture shock and like, you know, missing my friends from back home and just like feeling like I'm in a city completely alone. But like I was able to talk to like the care team, which was really great. And also my housing, Black Homen. It's like such an amazing way to like foster community. Like most of my friends are in my housing because they have so many just common spaces, and like every Tuesday we have like reality TV show nights or we have craft nights, and it was really easy to find a support system pretty quickly on into the process.
No, definitely our dorm is like really nice. Just like the community kitchen upstairs.
Yes.
I love a community kitchen, and we use it so much, and everybody uses it. And then when like new people walk in there, we just make friends with them, and all of the international students like bring their friends to like have like nights there, and then we meet all of these international students from like not even from Sweden, from like everywhere. And it's just like it's such a good space, and and I really like it up there. I left my olive oil up there and my shrimp up there, and nobody took it on like completely on accident, but it was all safe and sound.
And it always smells so good up there.
Yeah. And it's always clean too.
Yeah. One thing that I really love about Swedish culture is fika. And actually my blog for this semester is called Fika with Alena. And I did it for the like alliteration, but also because I really wanted to explore this idea of just slowing down. You know, I feel like especially back home and especially during the school year, it's always like go, go, go. I feel like my school environment is so competitive. Everyone always like brags about how they never take a break, you know. Like that's very valued in American culture, just like working yourself like, you know, to bits, which is not my favorite, honestly. So I was really excited to come here and like experience that for myself. And I feel like I've like, so far, I've gone on 40 fikas, which has been so wonderful. And some have been with friends, some have been just by myself. And I feel like it's just such a great way to take a breath and also, you know, make friends. I feel like I just, especially in the beginning of the school year, I just invited people to fika. So I was like, let's fika. And I ended up making really great friends out of that. And also like learning how to be by myself too. And learning to just like go to a coffee shop and sit and order something by myself.
Yes.
And that was something that I've always had trouble with, and I feel like I've really grown in my couple of months here.
I think they just like emphasize more here, or they understand more that like creativity and like connection comes in the moments of stillness. And in America, like they're both capitalistic economies, but I think they function really differently in terms of the values of the populations. Like America really values, and like when I'm in America, I really value like getting my entire to-do list done as fast as possible. And like when somebody tells me like, oh, they took a break, or like I tell someone, oh, I took a nap, it, like I feel shame about that. But here, I think it's like generally really good. I'd say, I don't know, I don't want to be cliche, but I am going to be cliche. I mean, I've been journaling. I bought a journal specifically to like find myself, you know, find myself in Sweden, and it's been helping to like talk to myself through writing.
Yes, I agree. Me too.
It's been nice, especially because like it's not that much of a language shock, I wouldn't say, because everybody speaks English, but you still feel so bad about just being able to speak English. Like my first journal entry, I was sitting in the espresso house near T Centralen, near that like flea market area, and I just like wrote down like, God, I'm so sorry for being an American. I'm so sorry. And that has not changed. I still feel embarrassed about my national identity and all of the languages that I don't know, and it's a tough one. Like I think I've done a lot of reflecting about like how America just doesn't emphasize being worldly enough.
Yes, I agree.
Like a lot of people just stay there and they only speak English, and I feel sad about that. And I would like our public school system to change. I wish I knew more Spanish.
Yes.
I've been taking it for 5 years and I can't speak Spanish. I went to Barcelona, I couldn't play it. It was so embarrassing.
I just learned last week in my Swedish class about friluftsliv, which is this lifestyle of just being in nature and being one with nature and just like spending time outside. And I think that's something that Swedes really care about. Like if you see like a sunny day outside, you'll always see Swedes just
Yes.
chilling
literally.
outside and just basking in the sunlight.
Yeah.
And like I think I just like really admire that and just want to adopt that into my own lifestyle. And I think just in general, just I think being in Sweden and being in this new culture, I've really like learned to adopt certain things from this culture that I think adhere to my lifestyle and I think improve my living situation.
What are some things in the culture?
Yeah, let's hear some specifics.
Like friluftsliv, for example, just being outside, I think that's awesome.
There's like less private property, so it's way easier to just like not trespass and be able to go wherever you want.
And there's the all man's rights where we can just walk anywhere.
You can pick berries.
You can pick berries.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah. That was on our like pop quiz on the first day.
If you could pick berries or not. Recently, I went, this is kind of deviating, but back from my core course trip to Berlin, I took a 16-and-a-half-hour train
Oh my
from
God.
Berlin
It was that
to
long.
Stockholm. It was that long.
That's why. I was like looking on like their close friend stories, and Alena was asleep, and Sam was just like wide awake.
Yeah.
That's so much time.
It was so much time. I mean, maybe it's because I slept.
Yeah.
But I loved it. I honestly really want to. I'm traveling this summer around Europe, and I really want to prioritize taking buses and trains because the whole experience was just so stress-free. You know, it was like the central station is in the center of every city, and also just being on a train for that long, it was like you had time to like, I really was like, I crafted, I watched Cabaret with Sam, I slept, I journaled, I had a lovely snack, and it was just beautiful to watch the nature of like the German countryside and then the Swedish countryside. And even though we didn't get the slow travel grant, I'm glad I was able to.
We're gonna be okay. We'll recover.
I'm glad I'm able to still slow travel on my own.
Yeah.
I think my first advice I'd give to incoming students is that like it's okay to not like, it's okay for things not to be perfect the first 2 weeks when you get here. I feel like I came to Stockholm with the expectation of having like a perfect, revolutionary, mind-blowing time, you know, like you come in with this expectation of like studying abroad in Europe. But the first few weeks are really hard to adjust. But I think that's just part of studying abroad. And like probably the people around you are also going through very similar things. People just don't like to talk about it.
The first time going to the grocery store was really scary.
Yeah, it is really scary.
Nothing will make sense in that grocery store.
Yes.
And it's okay. You should probably download the Google Translate app with
the camera.
Oh, it's very helpful.
So helpful.
Yeah.
And you'll look silly, but you have to get over that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, on your
Xavier,
point
what's
though,
yours?
just to add on, I think you should like just branch out and always like be open-minded. Like you don't know like what will stick with you. Like I know I've been taking classes that I wouldn't take normally in my school. And like just like talk to like a lot of people because my first friend group I didn't stick with. And like you will end up
Out them. No, just kidding, don't.
name drop them right now. But I think you will find your people no matter what.
Yes.
There are a lot of people here.
There are a lot of people, even in a small program.
The
there are a lot of
timing
people.
of doing this is so important too, because like I had just gotten really tired of being in Bates, and to be quite honest, I do not want to go back. But being here and having this whole change of scenery has been really like helpful, and especially like meeting all these new people that are kind of from similar backgrounds, going through the same thing. Has been like developmentally very beneficial.
Yeah.
Being in your early 20s with other people also in their early 20s in Europe.
Yes. Yeah, I really agree with the point that like you find your people. I felt like what was hard for me when I first got here is I felt like I met a lot of people in different circumstances from me. You know, they came from big state schools or they were from STEM fields, and that just wasn't the people I was used to. being around, but like I found a really great group of people, also from liberal arts colleges. But you know, you find your people no matter where you are. They're always there, and you just have to like authentically be yourself. I know it's such a cliche piece of advice, but I felt like when I first got here, I was trying to like fit into all these different groups that I didn't necessarily found the most joy in. But when you just like are authentically yourself, you find the people who you are comfortable being.
Pottery studios don't really like take in just like random students that email you, and because they don't have a lot of like extra funds. But this one woman, Jenny at Urban Artist Studio, she took me in and she let me help out with her studio in exchange for like open hours. Like I could just like cash in the hours for free, and it's just so nice. Like the benefits of being a student in Europe are really plentiful, and you just have to be able to find them and reach out. I think I guess my advice to future students would be find your thing and make sure you're doing it here, because it will make you feel like connected to who you are as a person. And like the whole point of being abroad is to find out who you are as an individual, and doing your thing and feeling like you is a huge part of that. And I feel like me when I'm in a studio with other people talking about the clay, which is so, I hate saying that out loud. But it's like so somatic, like touching clay around other people and then being like just so excited about something that you threw, and it's like, this is bigger than I've ever thrown it before, and like look at what I've just trimmed. It's so thrilling, and like I guess that's where I found my space, and it's so nice that I've been able to do it here for free mostly.